Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm gonna play some music until we get Miss Regina and Okirike in here. How y'all doing tonight? I hope y'all ready for this Christmas. I am truly, truly ready. Y'all tag a friend, let them know that it's going down right now on Thunder Wine and Blues with your girl Shantice Lachelle and the Okirike. So definitely ATL is cutting up, you all. Y'all make sure y'all show them love, send some hearts out. We have some awesome, awesome stuff to talk about today. I'm going to play a little music until we get them in here. Let's go. It is Christmas time. This is Voting Right, everybody. Christmas time. He have been on Thunder Wine and Blues, so y'all make sure y'all check out that interview, not only on Facebook, but on YouTube too, under Thunder Wine and Blues, you all. Here we go. Christmas time with Mr. Voting Right.
It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. On the mistletoe. Yeah, Christmas time. It go all the way. Christmas time. It's Christmas time. Oh, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. Oh, yeah. Everybody having a good time. It's Christmas time.
Let's go, y'all.
It's everybody's feeling real good. Yeah. Mistletoe is everywhere. All the way, all the way, all the way. Hang some mistletoe. Christmas time. It's Christmas time. Perfect time for love. Oh, Christmas time. Hey, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. Had to go. It's Christmas time. I'm so glad.
Everybody know Big
Christmas
Smoke.
time. No love. It's Christmas time. Feel that. Oh, y'all know the reason for the season.
Miss Shirley.
Christmas time. You know why? It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. And I want you to just feel real good with me right now. We all
I
know
hope
the
y'all don't
reason for the
watch the
season.
movie.
So let's celebrate. Is that all right? Well, come on, it gets live, man. It's Christmas time. No, it's Christmas time. Children outside playing, having a really good time. That way I know it's Christmas time.
Oh,
You gotta
yeah.
love it, it's good time. You gotta love it, it's Christmas time. Ooh, yeah. You gotta love it. Family, yeah. Family getting real good. Oh, yeah. Memories. Talking about the good time. Yeah. Hey. Thinking back in the day when you sit around the table, sipping on that gum. Ain't this shit no one else. Getting drunk.
Mr. Voting Right. It is Christmas time, everybody. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. Download it everywhere. DJs, if you need it, I give it to you. Today we talking to Miss Regina Okirike and Okirike, y'all, from the ATL, the writer and the producer of Out on the Limb. So y'all make sure y'all friend tell them it's down right now. Here's a short preview of the movie.
You think I'm with you because of football?
That's the only reason why anybody in the city ever cared about me. And now those people that were showing that fake ass love are the same people that treat me like I'm a fucking has-been.
Superstar! Got you, Bubble.
For sure.
For real, no matter what it is.
Yo, you told Risky about the lick? The we gotta do what we gotta do, okay? After this, we ain't never gotta miss our dude.
Catch in the boat, yeah. Give me the smoke, I'm tryna buy the block. Give me a quote. All of this water, how the hell do I float?
Make sure y'all check it out right now for free on Tubi. Out on the Limb, you all. Shirley, y'all gotta watch it. Lemmy, Gunny, it is a good movie. I had some questions and I was able to answer them. I will hopefully y'all have some questions and we able to answer those questions if you have seen the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, tonight after the show, make sure you go watch it. It's an awesome, awesome movie. This is one of Miss Shirley's scenes. Miss Shirley is an awesome, awesome actor. Her look, she had that look that you need as a mother, like as a boss. Like I just love it. I love it. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. Here we go.
Host. Listen, we got a problem. Tommy and his peoples, they starting to get out of line.
No, sweetheart. We don't have a problem. See, I pay you very generously to take care of problems. So whether you do your job, or I find someone who can.
Okay? I'm gonna take care of it. But I'm gonna let you know now, shit gonna get real bloody if them niggas don't start respecting boundaries.
Well, get bloody then. Yeah. You're a strong young man. Handle it.
Her in that snakeskin, baby. I love it. I do. Okay, this is Ghetto Love Child. Play Santa Claus. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. Been out 12 days on YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. We're gonna get Mr. Okirike and Miss Regina Okirike in here in one moment. So definitely y'all make sure y'all tagging a friend, let them know that it's going down right now with the writer and producer of Out on the Limb and your girl Shantice Lachelle right here on Thunder Wine and Blues. Let's give them a little more music. Make sure if y'all have those questions, y'all tag them into the comments so we can make sure we get those answers for y'all. Those that have seen the movie, if you haven't, make sure after the show you go check out the movie Out on the Limb.
I'm gonna be Santa Claus with Jody sister. From the windows to the wall and everything in the middle. Now, see, I'm gonna play Santa Claus with Jody's baby mama. See, he's played far too long, y'all. Time to stop that home wrecking drama. Check it out now, we all know Jody never wanted to grow up now. Had to lean on that side.
Let me know where you watching from. Let's go.
Cause he didn't have enough now. That's why he's always promising to lick you up and down now. But don't know what to do with that sugar wild baby when you turn that thing around now. And I know you know what I'm talking about. Come on. Now Jody's played this game for far too long, y'all.
Let's see who we have in the
That's
comments.
why it's Christmas. I'm gonna play Santa Claus
All right.
with Jody's sister. From the windows to the wall and everything in the middle. Now, see, I'm gonna play Santa Claus with Jody's baby played far too long, y'all. Time to stop that home wrecking drama. Come on, Jody's sister Josetta. Paint an apple bottom bed. Mama sent her to private school. Yeah, tried to protect her. That didn't work, y'all. Took baby on the shopping spree. I spent 4 zeros and a 1. Now how does it feel, Jody? Yeah, when the rabbit's got the gun. Man, you said I've been lying years of that trifling Jody. Now Jody's played around for far too long, y'all. And that's why it's Christmas. I'm gonna be Santa Claus. This is from the windows to the wall and everything in the middle. Now, see, I'm gonna play Santa Claus with Jody's baby mama. See, he's played far too long, y'all. Time to stop that home wrecking drama. I was speaking with this absolutely beautiful woman just the other day, and she had tears running down her face. And I said, baby, what's wrong? She said, I don't know, love child. She said, my man, he just won't do right. You know what I told her? I said, cry, baby, wipe your weeping eyes. Put your hands on your hips and let that backbone slip. Oh, shake it to the east, shake it to the west, shake it to that fella that you won't love next. Then I said to her, I said, you know, you look familiar. Isn't your old man named Jim? And she said, yes. She said, but forget him. I got something I want you to do. I said, what is that? And she said, I need you to jingle my bells. I said, what?
Hey, let's go, y'all.
Till the early morning light. She said, I'm gonna work that wild sugar pop on you, hey, until I get it right now. She said, jingle my bells. You don't understand?
All right,
Till
beautiful.
the early morning light.
Let's go, y'all.
Come on. She said,
ready?
I'm gonna work that wild sugar pop.
Let me know you ready. Throw those voices up,
Until
y'all.
I get it right now. Oh, I got a perfect Christmas present for Jody, y'all. You know why? Now Jody's played around far too long, y'all. That's why it's Christmas. With Jody's sister. From the windows to the wall.
Are you ready, y'all? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to play the trailer one more time, and then we going to bring the Okirikes on scene. Let's go, y'all.
You think I'm with you because of football? You think I'm with you because of football?
That's the only reason why anybody in the city ever cared about me. And now those people that were showing that fake ass love are the same people that treat me like I'm a fucking has-been.
Superstar! Got you, Bubble.
For sure.
For real, no matter what it is.
Yo, you told Risky about the lick? But we gotta do what we gotta do, okay? After this, we ain't never gotta miss our dude
Catch
again.
in the road, yeah. Give me the smoke. I'm tryna buy the block. Give me a quote. All of this water. How the hell do I float?
One bad choice would have you out on the limb. Everybody throw those horses up and please welcome Mr. Okirike and Miss Regina Okirike to you all from the ATL. Let's go. Hello, hello, hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
How are you doing today? Y'all ready to bring that thunder?
Absolutely.
Doing great. Doing great.
So tell them something about yourself.
You go ahead, start, baby.
Well, I'm Regina Okirike. Before I was Okirike, my maiden name is Williams. My husband and I have been married for, he usually keeps count. 16 years now?
No, 17.
17. I'm always wrong. He know better than me. Where I'm originally from Savannah, Georgia. We now reside in the Atlanta area. We have 2 children. Entrepreneur, owner of Maximum Tax Service LLC, and a Georgia realtor.
Okay, so you how long have you been preparing your tax service? How long have you been
This is my 8th. I believe this is what, my 8th or 9th year.
I believe so.
Yeah, 8th or 9th.
Okay, so I remember us talking before. Can you tell us where it all began?
Oh wow! So Maximum Tax Service was born in a time in my life where I just wanted change. There was a realization. There was a realization for me as a mother that things just had to be different. I remember when we moved here in the Atlanta region, and we had just moved from our hometown Savannah. My husband, he was doing everything. He was taking care of the household, and he was actually he was doing what a man was supposed to do, but sometimes even doing everything that what you're supposed to do, sometimes if you don't have like the help of that mate, then it can get a little hard. And as men, it's really hard for them to say, hey baby, it's getting tough, right? And so I really didn't know that we was embarking upon those type of or I didn't know that we was in that era in our life, because my husband, he had pretty much took care of everything. I had jobs and all of that, but he still was, like the breadwinner, and he just always kept a smile on his face no matter what. So I didn't know that we was actually in a time, in an era where I came to him and I was like, baby, is Christmas time. What are we gonna do for the children for Christmas? And
Right.
it was just like I could tell that it was like a really uncomfortable space for him, which it had never been an uncomfortable space ever. You know what I'm saying? And so he said for me, he said to me in the most humble, in the most humble way that I took care of everything. We only have, baby, I'm doing humble beginning. So he don't know that I was gonna bombshell this, all right? So if he's looking at the weird, he's like, you telling him this? But
From the beginning.
but in order for people to know how we got here, I feel like they should know where we came from. So he looked at me in the most humble way and was and say, well, I have the bills and everything like that. We only have a couple of $100 for Christmas. Now, on his end, I got to be honest, on his end, as a man taking care of everything, moving his wife and his family from one region to another region, and he's still taking care of the bills in a new environment. I applaud him for that, because some people that like they come to this city and they run back home, right? They can't make it here. They can't just make that move and make it here. But he gave it all he got, and we still had a roof over our head. But for me as a mom, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking like, I don't have life insurance for myself, for my husband, for my children. If anything had happened to him at that point in time, what about me? We only have a couple $100 to our name. Me and my children will be stuck. So that was like a big realization for me as a mom, just looking at our children, looking at our household, to where it's like, okay, I'm cute and everything, but I got to come off my little housewife little tip and help out, right? So I
Right.
ran. So I ran into this young lady. I ran into this other business owner, and she
Uh-huh.
owned multiple tax firms. And we became acquainted through a mutual party. And I did very well with her, right? And she said, "Well, Gina, you're a star." So we ended up, and she actually told me, you don't need me. Like, you can literally do this by on your own. So that very next year, I ended up opening up my tax service with the help of my husband. So my husband gave me, my first investment to get my software, and ever since then it's been hit the ground running to uh, uh you know 9 years to today. And now that business is extremely successful. It changed my life. So that was the period in my life that was a situation in my life that changed my life. So now we're 8 years in. We have about 26 preparers that work with our company. This company, grows crazy six figures in 3 months. And it was just a life changing experience, and that allowed in maximum tax service allowed me to, in terms, invest back into my husband's dreams, which is how he got out on the limb. And of course, he has a business as well, and he was able to get that business up and running in Atlanta, Georgia. So now both of us are we have very productive businesses, and creating and now creating that generational wealth for our children.
Exactly. Exactly. So how many tax services do you all have?
So right now we have two prime locations, and that one is in Savannah, the other one's in Atlanta. But we are a nationwide e-file service.
Right.
So what that
Right.
means is, even though we have two headquarters, we can file taxes in all over the world as long as it's within the United States. So if you're in Philadelphia, you can call Maximum Tax Service, and we can get you fast cash advances up to $6,000. So we're nationwide e-file services, but the first headquarters, located in Savannah because that's where we're originally from, and the second headquarters is located where we are up here in Atlanta.
Great. 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 So are y'all doing any hiring?
Absolutely. If you have if you have tax preparation experience, but we typically like for you to take our class because we know what you know when we teach you.
Right. Right.
But if you have tax preparation experience and you want to make money this tax season, and we don't pay hourly, we pay by commission. Where someone would pay, well, not someone, I can't really quote the companies because I don't want to seem like I'm company
Okay.
bashing, but
Uh-huh.
those major companies only pay about $12 an hour. Our consultants average 125 to 250 an hour because we pay them commissions.
That's awesome. So I made sure we talked about the tax preparation services and the e-filing and everything because that's what led y'all to pay for out on the limb because y'all had to pay for that out of pocket, So, Mr. Okirike being a tattoo artist and you being, your tax preparation company, y'all came together and y'all funded this movie. So now we got everything ready. We wrote the movie and we go to the premiere. What's next? What next do y'all have to do?
I'm gonna give that over to my husband.
Well, the movie is actually out right now on
Right.
Tubi. So it's available to go stream for free on the Tubi app, which you could get on your phone or get on any smart TV. So right now we're just in the marketing phase of that film and just making sure we just get it out as much as possible.
Okay. So what do you think is most important when it comes to owning your own tax service?
Oh, definitely, customer service, that client retention, knowledge of your product. If you don't know the tax laws and you don't stay abreast of the tax laws, well, you don't know what could potentially be beneficial for your clients. And clients always want the max. And it's in maximum tax service. We specialize in learning these tax laws and knowing these credits, even though they change on a year-to-year basis. We specialize in obtaining that knowledge and doing everything that we can to help our clients. And to further add into further add into that we also do conference calls with the IRS, tax debt resolutions. We know how important it is to resolve our clients' issues so that they can continuously file. So I want to say knowledge of product, and customer service, and just going the extra mile for your clients. That is definitely the most important with us. And accuracy. You got to file an accurate tax return, okay? So accuracy.
I had to go back and answer that question, but we talking about the movie Out on the Limb. You all, is out on Tubi right now. This is Thunder Wine and Blues. I'm your girl Shantice Michelle, and this is Mr. Okirike, and Miss Regina. You all, Okirike. So definitely, let's talk about how did you go about picking your cast for the movie?
Well, we had auditions, so that's the first thing we did. First, we just announced that we're doing the film. Then we put out a character list of the main characters that we're looking for. We put it out on the different social media sites, and just kind of had people. We had people submitting different what they call it, the reels. So depending on the character that they wanted to play, they'd get like a little part of the script for that character, and they'd submit audition tapes to us. So that's how we picked a lot of the people. Some of the other people we also actually found on our own. So we were actually actively going on social media looking for people, actors who we felt could fill these roles. So I know Instagram was very heavy on the hashtags at the time. So I go and look under Atlanta actors and just go through the different profiles that I saw and see who I thought fit the different roles, and then we'd reach out to them.
How did y'all find Miss Shirley?
Yeah, that's exactly how we found her. We went to her profile, and her profile caught our attention, I think through another actor, I believe, if I remember correctly. But when we went to her profile, she, just looking at her profile, you could see her personality. You could see how dynamic she was. I believe she had some skits or some kind of interaction with the camera on there, so we got a chance to see that. And she just stood out to us because she was just so unexpected. She was just so dynamic. Some people, when you see them, like, it's just like a one monotone type thing, and she could go from from being one extreme to another extreme very well. So that was I thought that was real dope. So we knew that for this character, she would be the person who you didn't see coming, and that's what sealed the deal for us.
And if you look at Miss Frazier, because that's her name, Cheryl Frazier. If you look at Miss Frazier's profile, she looks like someone that can be a happy killer. She had a look, and not only did she have that look, she definitely had the acting skills and credentials, and she takes her acting very seriously. She's professionally trained, so yeah.
Maybe when she hit you up and down,
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah,
whatever she wanted, I would have done.
She's definitely multi-layered as an actress, so that was very, very important.
So for people who don't know, the role that Shirley plays.
Well, Cheryl Frazier plays the role of Shirley,
yeah.
of Shirley, yes. Which is the main. I hate to say bad guys because
she the bad guy.
Yeah, I hate to say that because I never write my characters to either be like good or bad. Everybody just has their motivation. So she was one of them, very motivated and ruthless. I could say that
antagonist.
Yeah, characters in the movie.
So I know this movie didn't come from past experiences? What inspired you to write this kind of movie?
This kind of movie, I wanted to write a movie that I would want to watch, you know. So, and just one of those classics, you know. We all had classics that we loved growing up, whether it be like Above the Rim or Boys in the Hood, you know, those just urban classics that we just watch over and over and over through the years. Paid in Full was one of my favorite ones, you know. Just movies like that we could just resonate with, but at the same time the stories were universal enough for a wider audience. So it wasn't just like a complete, hood movie. You know, the stories were universal enough. The characters were developed enough where you kind of peep into their lives and understand their motivation for doing certain things. You know, so I wanted to make one of those films that had a real strong story and that would kind of be, last the test of time.
Okay, so how did y'all find Mr. Small? Oh, he looked just like him right there.
I was gonna say he looked like right there.
I ran into
that's better.
that's more up to date picture. Yeah. I ran into Gravy leaving the studio over there on the I believe it's the west side. Leaving the studio, he was at a gas station, so I ran into him, and he let me know that he was in the area, in Atlanta area. So when it came time to do the movie, it was a year later probably. I reached out to him. I DM'd him on Instagram, and he responded and said he was with it. So the rest is history.
How long did it take to write it?
It actually took me 1 weekend to write the movie. so it took me like 3 days to do the bulk of the script. So and then I just had to go back in and kind of fatten it up a little bit, but it really just took a weekend. It was crazy. It was like once I just started writing I was just in one of those zones where the whole thing was just coming to me. And I always describe it as I just felt like I was watching the movie and writing down everything I saw. That's just how it was coming to me.
He's serious. I'm telling you. I recall that weekend because I was like, "What are you doing in there?" You know, the kids like, "I want juice," and he's like, "Can't you just take care of the kids just for a second?"
Yeah, I was just in the zone.
Yeah,
I was just in the zone. So,
but he came out with this big script, and he was like, "Well," I was like, "What are you working on?" And he's like, "A movie." And now you got to realize he is so creative. I mean, he does a lot. So, and he was like, a movie. I got to be honest. I was like, another one of his things, you know. But then when he did complete it, he read the script. And I'm the type of person, I find the money. If you give me an idea, I find the money. So when he read that, I was like, you got something. Let me tell you how to make money out of this. So I knew he had a hit. I knew he was on to something really big. So I jumped behind it. But it literally took him a weekend, and he came back with all of this big old script. And it was literally in script form. That's what blew my mind. It wasn't just like a whole bunch of papers. He had wrote a script.
Have you read anything before?
I've never written a script before, but that was something that I always felt like sometimes you just know. I just knew I had the gift for just in writing in general. So like I always like to tell people, like when I was in school, I'd wake up like the day a writing assignment was due and like 6 a.m. and knock it out and turn it in, and I'd get like A's and A pluses. You know what I'm saying? So the gift is always there. Plus I'm an artist, so the gift for writing was always there. But as far as doing it in script, or actually writing a script, I knew that was something that I wanted to do. And it's one thing to tell people, hey, I can do this. But when you have something concrete to show them, like, hey, I've done this, that's something that I definitely wanted to do. So I just did my research and looked up like the format, how scripts are formatted. So I just went online and found that. And once I knew how they were formatted, then I was just off the races after that.
I could have never did that. I'm shaking my head because I'm like, the same day at school, write an essay, I'm getting an F. I'm getting an F.
My son like that. He does the same thing. He don't go to school or whatever, and whenever they have a test, he pass it straight A's, no problem, But my hat is off to you. 3 days. I never imagined that answer. I didn't answer that question before the show. So, okay, 3 days it took you to write it. So, how long did it take to start putting it into production? How long did it take?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
How long did it take to start putting into production? It was like a right away process to start putting it into production. The DP, which is Shot for Shot, they had a relationship, and he called Shot up, and he was like, "Hey, I got this idea," and Shot was on board. And from that aspect, that date of, I want to say, I mean, it was almost like immediately. I mean, it's probably like maybe a 2-week lapse or so. And then we just started finding locations or whatever. You can hop in anytime you want to if you need to correct me.
Nah, she was, for the most part, she was correct. The crazy thing is, once I had finished writing the script, the first thought was, okay, we gotta shop this script. We gotta find a shop it to different, people in Hollywood or production companies or whoever to get somebody to produce this film. But the crazy thing is, probably a week within that same week of completing the script, my guy Shot, he did a post on Instagram, and he said, I'm ready to shoot my next film. Does anybody have scripts? So that just goes to show you the great phrase that they always say, success is when preparation meets opportunity, and having that script prepared, the opportunity presented itself, and it was just click. It was almost like it was meant to be. And so just like imagine him doing that post, and I had never wrote a script or didn't have anything prepared, then that would have been a missed opportunity.
Now, this is 100% true, but I'm gonna get my glory on real quick, because when he was shopping, and I say, "Baby, we can do it ourselves."
Yes, exactly.
Let me get my credit.
Exactly.
Okay.
So with her saying that, and my guy Shot, who had already done the film before, because me, I was skeptical. I was like, I've never done a film before. I'm like, do it ourselves. Y'all sure about this? You know what I'm saying? Are you sure about this? And my guy was like, hey, let's do it. So I was like, okay, you read the script. So if anybody knows whether or not it's possible, it's possible. And so, they both gave me the confidence to go ahead and move forward with it.
Was it somebody that was that y'all wanted for the role that was out of the budget?
No,
not at all. Not at all. To be honest, I knew I had a great story, so I didn't approach it looking for the biggest actors to be on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like it was a great story that I wanted the right actors, to be on the script. And the funny thing is, like one of the main characters, the character Gunny, I actually wrote that character for myself to play. But when the opportunity came to have Jamal on board, to me it was a no-brainer, because like I think from a marketing aspect, this is a familiar face, and this is somebody who's going to help us sell the film later. And it's not just about, creating a product, it's about selling it later. So that was a no-brainer, you know what I'm saying, for him to get that role. And pretty much anybody who we reached out to, was on board. Like we said, we didn't come in looking for I knew just as long as I had a couple of seasoned actors in the film, that would get the everybody else excited about being part of it.
To be honest, if we're perfectly honest, we didn't even think of the budget. We didn't think of how much this is going to cost, how much that is going to cost. We had the mind frame of whatever it costs, we was going to make it, and then apply it to whatever we need to apply it step by step. So the budget was never in mind. Now, I'm not saying that that's the best idea. I do suggest that you have a budget going in, right? But the movie budget, it for some reason it didn't scare us.
It was just the right time. It was just the right time. it was crazy. Just like everything came together, at the right time. So I I didn't like I had no idea about budgeting and this for the movie and that for the movie. I just knew that okay, when I reached out to Jamal, he said he wanted this. Okay, I got that. You know, this person wanted this. Okay, I got that. You know what I'm saying? This person wanted this. Okay, I got that. You know what I'm saying? And the process of doing the film, was at a pace that was comfortable for me and for us to continue pouring into it, because it's not like we had to do everything at once. Our DP, he was working full time, so we was working on the weekends. So that gives you a whole week to whatever you need, whatever you're missing, to grind that up. So it was grind here, grind on the movie, grind here, grind on the movie, and that's just the process.
So describe the most challenging production problem you faced and how did you solve it?
Oh man,
I would say what locations?
Locations was one of them, because we didn't, this being that this was our first film, we didn't have any previous relationships with a lot of the and we didn't have our a studio to go to. We actually reached out to one of the big studios in Atlanta, who shall remain nameless, but they didn't reach back out to us or respond to us. And I guess being that we're on an independent scale, maybe they deal with only the major motion pictures and things like that. But that was one of the hardest challenges, just finding all the locations, because there's maybe 40 different locations in this film. So just finding all the different locations that were in the script and just making that work.
So what was your favorite or least favorite part about producing?
Man, I really can't say I had. This was one of the first things that I've done where I like just thoroughly enjoyed the process. I thoroughly enjoyed the entire process of it. There was no least favorite thing. I every day, was a great day. Despite the challenges, none of the challenges made it any less of great. Just when you're just doing something that you feel is so impactful. You know what I'm saying? And it's just such on a high scale and on a high level. There are no bad days. There was nothing within the process that I could say that I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? If it rained and we filmed in the rain, I loved it.
He filmed in the rain. I wasn't out there in the rain.
You know what I'm saying? So
you ain't gonna get my hair wet. He filmed in the rain.
Yeah, so I mean, outside of just finding locations, I guess that was the only thing that was kind of a little bit not intimidating, but it was something that didn't flow as smooth as everything else, because just reaching out to just trying to find the people who were let us film what we wanted to film, because we had to find a restaurant. But the crazy thing is, like, it always came together. So we might reach out to one person and we couldn't get that person, but the person who we did get fit even better for the project than what the first person would have. So it was almost like the whole process, man. It was just like it just came together in such a beautiful way.
And I was excited. I was excited for him. Like, I was excited seeing his dreams come to the forefront and just become reality. So I was excited. It was like watching a movie, but we was creating a movie, because everybody was so dope. They killed their roles. I think one of the best things for me was seeing the characters bring the script to life, because we were behind the scenes like, oh, did you see that? Like, they did good, and that so it was a really exciting situation, and having our kids on set and them seeing what's going on. So it was exciting. There was no dull moment. The cast got along very good. We loved it.
Shirley played some extreme roles. How did y'all handle that with the children being present at the time that y'all was filming? How did y'all handle that?
Oh no, they weren't. They was there for a few few of the sets, but for the most part, they were elsewhere.
And when they were there, you know, we were in locations where we could have just tucked them away. Like, hey, this is your safe place. If you need mommy and daddy, call us on the phone. We're right in the vicinity. So, you know, they had the opportunity to see what was going on. We introduced them to, you know, to the cast members and let them know that we was making a movie, but they weren't actually standing there when the drama was taking place.
Yeah, because most of the locations had other rooms and guest
Mhm.
rooms and waiting rooms and things like that. So for the most part, they didn't
So
have to be.
how did they feel seeing their what they mom and dad had created?
From what I could tell, man,
They was excited.
Yeah, they was excited, man. They was excited.
They was wearing the out on a limb t-shirts. They was excited.
For real. My son was trying to get involved, and yeah, so it was dope, man.
Oh, so which one was always ready for rehearsals and jolly and just there to start the day? Which one? Which actor?
You mean as far as the actors?
Yes.
Oh, a lot of them. Trey Chaney.
Oh yeah. Trey Chaney. The main character Zeph, you know, he was definitely very thorough, very professional. Yeah, Trey Chaney. Really,
the majority of
really
everybody,
the whole cast. To be honest, man,
they were serious.
Cast. Man, these was. Oh yeah, definitely.
Jamal is professional. Listen, despite his build, I know you want to label him as a thug, but let me tell you something that y'all may not know about Jamal. Jamal love kids. He loves, I'm serious. He loved kids. He believed in being a great father. Like, he loved kids. So that's a tip about Jamal. But Jamal is very thorough.
Yeah, he show up ready to work early. A lot of times he was the first actor to arrive on the set, man. So he always show up early. He sit in the car, go over his lines, and just be like completely professional.
We was at the red carpet event, and a fan of Jamal's, you know, they came up to me and they say, I want to meet Jamal. And Jamal, he was sitting down and he was eating. And so I didn't notice that he was eating when I walked up to him, but he saw me and he say, oh, I got you, sis. And he got up, and I say, no, you do what you finish eating your food. You know, they'll get a picture later, but it was just for me, it was the humility that he would get up and take a picture with his fans in the middle of that meal. Jamal takes his craft very serious.
Yeah, and a lot of Trey Chaney was like that. You know, a lot of the actors were like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what made it such a, like, when you say, you know, what I disliked about it, man, there was nothing, because they made it such a pleasure to do this film. You know, how much they took it serious, how much they take their craft serious, and just how much they took the opportunity serious, and how professional they were. You know, it just made the process flow so much smoother.
Yeah, even our PAs were helpful. You know, I mean, everybody did an amazing job. I can't say one bad thing. I mean, you know how people say, oh, it's a horrible experience on set. We had a ball, and it was very professional.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like everybody just felt within that there was part of something special, you know, and that we were creating something special, and you could just get that type of energy on the set. You know, it was real dope.
How long did it take y'all to film it?
We like to say it took about a year, but it's not necessarily like it took a year, because we didn't film every day.
We filmed on the weekends.
We filmed on the weekends. Sometimes it was one day out the weekend. Once in a while it was 2 days out the weekend, and so it kind of spread out. But I think probably somewhere around 30 days total is what it took.
If you it's 52 weekends in a year. If we did 2.
Yeah, but from the schedule, just going by the schedule, because you know I had to do the call sheet.
I would say 2. I would say 2 to 2.5 months.
Yeah.
So out of a year, how did y'all get everybody scheduled to meet up like that? You know, because I know they book for other shows, other movies, and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that was the thing. That was you know, one of the things that helped it take that long. You know, because I knew I was dealing with you know, some actors who were working, so they had a lot of other, engagements to get to, and some actors who were, who acting was part-time for them because they still had full-time jobs and they weren't available every day. So just coordinating the schedules was one of the things that you know cause it to take longer than it would normally. It's not like we just say, hey, we're gonna go film this for the next 30 days, everybody got to be here. We really couldn't do that because like I said, a lot of these actors worked full-time, had full-time jobs, and they couldn't just leave their job to come and work on an independent film. You know what I'm saying?
We had to be flexible. So
yeah, we had to be flexible.
They was flexible with us, so we was flexible with them. We needed the film done. So what are the choices we have? So
So is there a part 2?
Yes, it's actually in the works. Yes, there is a part 2 in the works.
So one of the questions one of my girlfriends had, she had watched the movie. Actually, she's my booking manager, and she watched the movie a couple times. And one of the questions is, why he didn't go to jail at the end. But can you explain to them why they didn't go to jail at the end?
Why? Who didn't go to jail at the end?
I think she's talking about
Jamal.
Gunny.
Yeah, Lenny and Gunny.
Well, it was a false narrative anyway. The police had painted a false narrative about him, because they was really trying to take Gunny down because of Shirley. It's kind of like what happens on the news now this day.
Yeah, once the FBI got involved with the case, then at that point, that's when they found out that okay, this is the real culprit. Shirley's the real culprit. Trey Chaney, the kid's character nephew, they're the real culprit. And exactly.
Mm-hmm. We hope that she understands now.
I definitely did. I'm like, why they did? But I kind of figured that. But hearing it from you, it does help a lot. So, would it be another movie? Are you going to write another movie?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yes, we have. Yeah, this not just the part 2 of Out on the Limb, but it's just several other films that we have, in the pipeline.
I see Tyler Perry and his wife right here. Y'all gonna make it. Tyler Perry, this is how you're gonna be when you have your wife, a power couple, ATL finest. I truly appreciate y'all. It is an amazing story. And it's about hustling. Don't stop when you can't get it. Don't give up. Like you say, you wrote the movie. You didn't have any experience in it, but it turned out to be an awesome movie. My thing is when you get an idea, go for it. You never know. You never know. If you got the money and you got the power, or somebody that can help you put it into play, go for it. A lot of people, I would have never imagined that I would be doing this that I'm doing right now. I went for it. I love it. I'm teaching myself. I'm learning. And I truly appreciate y'all today. Your children don't have to worry about Christmas this year.
Not at all. Listen, they have
Christmas anymore.
They got so much stuff they got everything imaginable. I am not joking. They don't even know, they can't even find something that they don't have for Christmas. I'm serious.
So who is your charity of choice?
Blessings not of choice. We give to charity, period. But for this year, we gave to Blessings in a Book Bag. And Cumulus Radio, 12 Days of Christmas, where we helped out with the toys for Christmas. And we helped 50 families.
So if somebody wanted to get their taxes prepared by you all, who would they contact? How would they get in touch with you all?
They would call 1-833 Max It Up, and that's 1-833 Max It Up, or 678-827-5969. That's the direct. One is the corporate number. The 1-833 Max It Up is the corporate number, and the 678-827-5969 is a direct number.
Or they could go to 1-833maxitup.com.
And they can book an appointment or free consultation there. They can get free quotes when they call. We give them free quotes on their refunds. They can just call and get some tax advice and see if they want to shop with us. As long as they're in the United States, we can get fast cash advances to them. It starts January the 2nd, where they can get up to $6,000 before the tax, before tax season kicks in. That starts January the 2nd. All they need is their last paycheck stub. And of course, some more documents such as their ID, social security card, things that you will have to submit to your tax preparer anyway. But yeah, as long as they just call us up and we'll take care of you. 1-833 Max It Up, or visit our website 1-833maxitup.com. And Max It Up is MAXITUP. And or the direct sale again, 678-827-5969.
If somebody wanted to collab with y'all or sponsor a movie or something or such, how would they get in contact with you all?
Yeah, anything about the film, just send us an email. Real Rebel Films LLC@gmail.com.
And if you ever come to the Atlanta area, hit my hubby up for tattoos. He's the owner of Pitch Black Tattoo, and it's
you actually have 5 yourself, right?
I got 5. I have them in sophisticated places where I can, do this. I don't have like a, something right. Like a ice cream man or something nearby.
Anybody y'all want to send a shout out to?
Well, I would like to shout out you, first of all, Miss Thunda, for bringing us on. Okay. I appreciate your platform. I appreciate you not giving up in providing this platform for talent like us and other types of talent. So that's first and foremost. I want to send a shout out to anybody that has took the opportunity to view this live stream and support us. I want to take the opportunity, everybody that watched the film, to everybody that has supported me or my husband within our journey from business to personal to music to memes. Well, because we've been constantly like doing entrepreneur stuff for years, and we've had a core of supporters. So that big shout out to God. Just so big shout out to Daryl Christmas, our team, his mama for making him. And just thank you. It's just too many to name. Megamind Media, big shout out to Megamind Media. Everybody, I mean, Cumulus Radio, CJ the DJ, anybody that did everything, everything that pivot our situation or just pray for us. Jackie Harmon, we thank you.
And just thank you to all the actors, all the extras, everybody who came together and made the vision for Out on a Limb reality. We just definitely want to thank you, and just definitely, like she said, man, shout out to God. Without God, none of this would have been possible. The way that things came together, at the time they came together, like this was during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So, right. A lot of people was having a hard time at that time, and a lot of the major studios, they weren't filming nothing. Like everybody was shut down. And this was the time that, God chose to bless us to do this project, and bring so many people together to do this project. So we're definitely thankful for that.
Okay. I truly appreciate y'all. I'm looking forward to seeing part 2. I'm also looking forward to seeing any new movies y'all having coming up. I really enjoy Out on the Limb. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. It's out on Tubi for free right now. It don't
free right now.
You can go watch it right now because we finna get off of here. So if you click off right now, I don't mind. Make sure you go watch it. Tell a friend and tell a friend. It's on Tubi right now. Part 2 will be coming. Hopefully we can get another visit from Mr. and Mrs. Okirike. I truly appreciate y'all. Y'all doing major things in Atlanta. and keep on, from the tax company to the tattoo business to the movies to the music. Miss Red Phoenix. Miss Phoenix, what is the Phoenix Red? What is it? What is it?
Fire Red the Phoenix.
I read the Phoenix. Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
trying to retire that, but they won't let me retire it.
Well, that's where you come from. That's where you come from. It's another notch under your belt. Say, I done it, I did it, and I can. So definitely shout out to you all. I really, truly appreciate you. Make sure you hug and kiss the children for me. And y'all have an awesome, awesome night. To everybody watching, all my fans, supporters, make sure y'all follow the Okirikes and myself, Shantice Michelle. And this is Thunder Wine and Blues. Y'all have an awesome, awesome night.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You think I'm with you because of football?
That's the only reason why anybody in the city ever cared about me. And now those people that were showing that fake ass love are the same people that treat me like I'm a fucking has-been.
Superstar! Got you, Bubble.
For sure.
For real, no matter what it is.
Yo, you told Risky about the lick? But we gotta do what we gotta do, okay? After this, we ain't never gotta miss our dude again.
Catching a roll, yeah. Give me the smoke. I'm trying to buy the block. Give me a quote. All of this water. How the hell do I float?
Wait a minute, we didn't even talk about that part. Who is that on the track? Who's on the track?
Who's on the? Oh yeah, that was me actually.
Lord, y'all have so much to talk about. I didn't even get to half the questions because y'all doing it. And I say, keep on doing it, you young Black power couple. I truly, truly appreciate y'all. Y'all have an awesome, awesome night. This is Thunder Wine and Blues show girl Shantice Michelle in the Okirike.
Yes, hold on, real quick. Fire Red, that's FIAR _ RED01 on Instagram.
And you can follow me at Trilla Da Vinci on Instagram, and you can follow the film at Out on the Limb Film on Instagram.
Definitely, y'all make sure y'all check it out. Have an awesome night. Oh.
Love